Welcome back to the channel. That is W.K.R.H 12 Productions. I'm Keith. Hey, I promise you some municipal units that I have in my collection that I either customize and or purchased in some capacity. I'll show you all of it because and just fitting 9/11. Well, kind of like the 12th since we're recording this, but still, I had to work on the 11th. So coming in now that I have some time, I wanted to show you all the municipal units, New York municipal units that I have in my collection. And one way to start off with the NYPD's finest. This one is the green light version of the 2018 Ram 3500 purchased vehicle. Lovely truck. Kind of going to go through this fast because we have a lot of vehicles just from several units in this at this point for the NYPD, FDNY, yeah, that type of thing. But lovely thing on this truck, yeah. Nicely done. Got a mechanical arm, everything else good about it on the stripe. Lovely unit. Probably one of the easiest units to hunt for when you're trying to start your collection. Go with this. Go with New York's finest. This one. Yeah, this one's a kind of 2019 Ford Transit. Green light casting. Lovely. Most of you probably already have this. This is a purchase unit. Yeah, we purchased this, and nicely done in a transit van. Nicely done. Nicely done. This one is a police interceptor sedan, kind of like a fire chief's vehicle. Nicely done. Not sure if they still use these or they go with the heavier vehicles like pickup trucks and such. But they probably do. But this is one of the earlier versions. This is a 2014-2015 police interceptor sedan made by Greenlight. This is a Greenlight casting once more. What's not a Greenlight casting is the fire engines that we have. Well, I don't have too many of these. This is the Matchbox version of the Transit Star or so, International Hazard Squad. It's not even a licensed vehicle, but it has everything. It has everything going for it as far as a fire truck is concerned, and it has really good looks to it. And it's a NYB FDNY vehicle. Might as well display it. Nicely done. I like the way they made this casting. Matchbox has, I believe. Yes, Matchbox unit. This one's a green light unit of the International Durastar. Nicely done. Emergency services. I purchased this, but I only purchased one, I think. Yeah. But definitely glad to have it added to the collection. Looks good though. Looks real good. And they use these in service today. Try to get all the service vehicles out the way. This one, next one anyway, nicely done. It's the Wrecker. I think it's a Matchbox casting. This is one of the few vehicles we did not detail along the way, or has not been detailed. However, we have several of these vehicles, of this casting of this vehicle, and we did detailed them, some of them, not all of them, but some of them. But since we're going through municipal units, we just wanted to make sure we had everything in our collection. Next unit up is the transit van, yeah, of the NYPD police. Nicely done. Current vehicle castings. Next one up is the 350 2019 350 dually, 350 F350 dually. Vehicle used for the Royal Canadian Mounted Police, at least to pull their equipment. I do have the trailers, but I don't have them on me right now, so I'm just gonna improvise and give you two vehicles for the price of that. Nicely done. These dualies are so heavy, putting a good strain on the turntable. Nicely done. Purchase vehicles here. Alright. Set these now. Put in the Ford Crown Victoria. This is a classic previous design on a classic previously designed casting. This is one of the earlier versions of the NYPD police, with the blue stripes going across from one end of the vehicle to the other, with NYPD police right on it. Love the light bar fixtures on the top. Nicely done on this Crown Victoria. Got police on the back, and has unit number on the back as well, right underneath the courtesy, what they call it, courtesy, professionalism, respect, the CPR of their motto. Nicely done. And another green light casting, also in this previous design. It's the Fox Body Mustang. Nicely done. Powder blue in all its glory. Nicely done. Nicely done. We customized a few NYPDs, not much. This one's a police interceptor utility that we customized with the NYPD stripes on it. Nicely done. Yeah, we customized the decals ourselves with this one. And we customized this one in honor of our late aunt who battled cancer. Little story about this one: she was battling cancer. She lost her lost her life battling cancer. She was on the aunt and my stepdad's side of the family, but We all called her Aunt. Everybody that knew her called her Aunt. Aunt Maddie Gore is the name. And she is, she's been everybody's aunt. And she's been one of our favorite aunts that we've I personally been glad to admit. She grew up in New York. So this was a fitting, fitting tribute. Even though we designed this after she passed away, it was still a fitting customary piece that we did, and we try to do for people that are battling cancer at this point in time. And we try to make a vehicle for them, either out of some touch of class with you, if they're wherever they grew up. We try to make a vehicle for them, a hometown vehicle, or give them a household, utilize their household name and make it a police force or something like that. Like Boykin Police or something like that, for example. Nicely done. You can also see we did some designs on the top, on the hood, and we did some designs on the back. That's ones we customized. This one we did customize with using decals by Bill Bozo. He did a great job with this design, and we was able to put it on a vehicle on this police interceptor utility green light casting. Nicely done. Push bar, light bar. Notwithstanding, it still looks real good, and we've been able to get it on here and really looks good on this vehicle. Nicely done. This one is on a Dodge Durango green light casting. Nicely done. This one celebrating 175 years of the NYPD. 1845 to 2020. 175 years. So it's 178 years old now. So nice, we made it twice. Got the NYPD on the back as well, but replacing the NYPD on the side is a new customary logo celebrating their centennial. Nicely done. This one, the Police Interceptor sedan, also with some Police Interceptor sedan, green light casting, also with some previous designs here to celebrate their centennial. There's one of their previous designs that they had in the past that they put on this sedan pretty well. Yeah. A three-tone color of white, green, and black. And this happened to be a chase piece. I didn't know that at the time with these green wheels, Green Machine wheels, but yeah. We purchased that and just, we bought two of them, and those were the only two we found. After that, we were looking for more, and we couldn't find any more. I'm not sure where we got this from. Probably at a Toys R Us while they're still open in the U.S. Nice light bar features, nice texture, nice. Everything about this vehicle is nice, sweet, and then in the Green Machine format, even better. Nicely done. Next vehicle up is the Matchbox casting of it's called Sport SUV. So this is an unlicensed casting, but I think it is well done. Now, the casting looks like this. All we did was detailed it up on the front and the back. Put police, kit bashed it, put police, put police decals on the back and up top on the front as well. Left and tinted the windows. Just give it a little bit of a more muscle, police realistic effect. Nicely, nicely done. Nicely, nicely done. All right. Nicely done by Matchbox. Representing the NYPD. New York has a lot of subsidiary units. This is for example, this is the New York, New Jersey Port Authority Police, one of the subsidiary units. And we have a lot of this subsidiary unit, more than anybody and anything else. But nicely done. We got the decals from Police Decals and Deals. Thank you, Miss Rhonda. Did a great job with that to fit on this Chevy Tahoe green light casting. Added a push bar, installed the decals. Added a push bar and a light bar onto this blank casting and made it come alive. Looks real good. The New York, New Jersey Port Authority Police. Now, the Port Authority Police probably designed, if I'm mistaken, let me know in the comments, but these guys are kind of like the Coast Guard of the unit, of the police department and that Port Authority. They guard the coastlines, the ports, and all the stuff that's incoming and outgoing. Yeah, all shipments that are incoming and outgoing from ships, they're usually on the ports of New York and New Jersey. They're there. There's another casting by Police Decals and Deals with the decals. Yeah, and we installed it. They made it. They made a good ink color. They made good ink. Printed it to fit on this black police interceptor utility vehicle from a green light casting. It looks real good. Love everything about it. Nicely done. Yeah. They have some black vehicle units as well, but they have a mixture. They have a mixture of black and white and several vehicle variations. This is another vehicle variation. This is the white police interceptor utility green light casting. Nicely done. Nicely done. And we kind of went a little bit bonkers. Now, I don't know if you want to call it bonkers, but definitely out of the box a little bit in providing these type of castings. This is the Cadillac Escalade, and we fitted the decals. Now, these decals from the Cadillac Escalade was by Bill Bozo Decals, and we fitted it on the Cadillac Escalade. It looked very, very good. It fit. It worked well. And we were happy with it. We made it a vehicle unit. We even made a K9 vehicle unit, just to be more realistic. So we got a K9 vehicle unit as well as a regular unit of the Cadillac Escalade Matchbox casting. Nicely done. Now, you're probably asking, what's the purpose of that? They don't have that on their fleet. Well, there's some vehicles we do provide and that they don't have on the fleet, or whether they have it on the fleet or not, we just go outside the box and make a unit. It looks real good from our perspective. And Matchbox don't have Chevy Tahoes available yet. We're debating. So, we're talking it through. Not bad. But this is a Matchbox casting. Looks real good. And if there's any reasonable excuse, we'll say, hey, got it through, you know, got it through drug trafficking and stuff. You know, seize funds, seize these vehicles illegally. You know, when they were trying to shuttle them illegally, and they used it for their patrol vehicles. Not a bad excuse. You know, those are the excuses. That's a good excuse to give them. I would. I would. Yeah, that'd make it work. Might not work in real life, but it'll, you know, give it a try. Give it a whirl. This is the Matchbox Dodge Charger casting. Dodge Charger Pursuit casting. The one that's a 2012 vehicle casting. It already came installed with the toolings, with that added the push bar and the light bar already in place. The push bar is attached to the bottom of the base. You keep everything in one piece as possible. You know, to keep everything as close to one piece and as streamlined as possible. Nicely done. Love the windows. Everything looks good, and it resembles every bit of a police car looking at it from the stance. Now we detailed it very well from the front and on the front and the back, and added and kit bash decals on the front and the back. On the back, you see underneath the tail lights with a bumper number. We detailed the front as well as the push bar, and then added the police on the top of the hood. Nicely done. We have a whole series of these castings, and we detailed every single one of them to give that popping presentation that make even the honest NYPD police officer proud. Nicely done. If they're not proud, we'll take it back and keep it for ourselves in our own collection. Another Dodge Charger, but this is a green light casting. For those that want to keep it honest and simple, we have that. Nicely done. Love the light bar on the top. We haven't been able to make one on 3D print, but we're working on it. We'll see how that goes. Has a little push bar on there. I ventured to say, I kind of debated to say if it's a push bar or not. Really, I don't. Oh my goodness. But nicely done. Has the police on. It already had all the details on it, on the front and the back, on the top as well. Nicely done. He's like every detail about it. Nicely done. License plate too. Got NYPD on the license plate, and it looks real good to put on here. Have another Dodge Charger variation while we're going at it. The 2000. Yeah, I guess this is a 2010 Dodge Charger. Nicely done. I want to say 2006, but everything looks like it. It's just a slick top on this one, and we detailed it a little bit to add the visor lights, and to add a little bit of light feature on the push bar. Not too bad though. Not too bad, but we did keep it a slick top. Nicely done. We kept everything that was on this thing. Everything that's on this thing, all the details to it. Has highway patrol on the back. This is a highway patrol vehicle, and we put it on there to get it we didn't put it on there. It was actually added to it. But nicely done. Cool. Cool. Love it. Give you a Crown Victoria to look at. We're not going in any particular order. Heck, if we go in a particular order, I'd be out of time already in this camera. But go ahead and do this. Give it to you in every aspect that I have. This is the 4 Crown Victorias. Most of these are NYPDs. There's got auxiliary, have an auxiliary, and that's it. I know there's many subsidiary units for the NYP, for the police department, yeah, that they have, and it covers a lot of ground as far as law enforcement is concerned. Yeah. So, for example, like a hospital police, yeah. Oh my goodness, I didn't know there was a hospital police, a transit police. This is like but this is just a regular NYPD unit, as well as that. Both of them green light castings. Both of them have a great at least one of them has a push bar feature on it. The other one does not, but nicely done. This one is from the show Blue Bloods, green light casting from the TV series Blue Bloods, and this one's just the normal, regular casting. Nicely done. We have a 2010 Dodge Charger as well. This is a Jada Toys casting. Yeah, Jada made a few. Got in the mix and made a few of these earlier in there, way back in the 2000s, early 2000s. This one comes with an open door. This one comes with an open door with nice features in there, like a computer and all the features in there. Steering wheel, everything else. Has a cage in there. I don't know if you could see that very well. I kind of give it to you in a certain angle. And it also has an open trunk where you can get the where you can see some of the features that they have molding features in there in the trunk of the car as well. We did not detail this, but you know, did put a few detail features like lights in there and on the push bar, but nicely done. Give it to you one more time as we have that. Nicely done. This is the Jada Toys version of the Dodge Charger. Unit 290. Nicely done. Got the Chevy Capri. My least favorite casting of the Chevy Capri. This is made by Matchbox, but it's good by design. It's good. They did the design just right as far as the casting is concerned. Just not a fan of the car. Don't like the girdle in the rear. Don't like the girdle that's in the rear here. Yeah, don't like they call it girdles. So at least I call it girdles. But it's a straight up casting, nicely done. Molded where the light bar is attached to the windshield that's attached to the vehicle. Seems like, yeah. You can break when you crack them open. You can get those in there, but the molding of the light bar will always be on that window. So there is no detachment on this one. We did detail it on the front and the back to give it more pop, more presentation to it. We did it right. We try to do it right. Well, we try to do it right. This is the Matchbox casting of the Chevy Caprice. Classic police. Like I said, they have many subsidiary units. The auxiliary, NYPD auxiliary. They have a volunteer unit, which is just like a police force. I don't think they carry guns, and I think that's the only one of the few differences between them and the the actual NYPD. Now, auxiliary police does a lot of events, functions, funerals. They're there for those events as well. And if I'm not right, let me know in the comments. But I think that's what the auxiliary does. They do several other functions as well, but I sure think, but I really do believe there's a good force in there for an auxiliary that they do a great deal of work. They do a great deal of work in detail than and free up the NYPD actual police officers to take care of the other stuff that needs to be done. Nicely done. And that's on a Ford Crown Victoria green light casting. Next unit up, well, next vehicle up, NYPD. And tell me what happened to this design anyway. I got this design from Police Decals and Deals by Miss Rhonda. We saw it on the Google images, and we actually thought that they might use this as the newest design for the vehicle, but you can't. I like it. It's growing on me, and it looks very good on this vehicle. And I like the way Miss Rhonda detailed this thing to fit just right on this Police Interceptor utility green light casting. Beautifully done, nicely done. I was able to put it on in one piece. It went on so well. And then you still have the police on the top. Now, I did not make two of these, but I wanted to. I might make a second one, but I just wanted to know what your opinion about it was, and what happened to it. Did they did they follow through on it, or did they let this thing go out of favor and and just stick with the classics? Yeah, I'm with you. I stick with the classics. I do. I will always stick with the classics every single time. Not a bad idea. It's still good. It's still popular, and it's not out of style. If it was out of style, this would be a good choice to replace it. So we go with that. Got another Police Interceptor utility green light casting. This is one of the newest ones that we received from Greenlight that we purchased. We customized that last Greenlight casting, Greenlight Police Interceptor utility casting, but we wanted to show you the other designs as well on its traditional format, on its traditional yet current format. Nicely done. Nicely done. We have a couple here. That already has a push bar, light bar on it. I love the features on it. Everything's detailed to the max. We didn't have to do anything to it other than chrome the push bar. That's it. And we almost didn't have to do that. We almost didn't do that. I know, right? Just almost didn't have to do that. Then it has the NYPD on the hood. Nicely done. Nicely good. Don't worry about what's on top. That label on top, that's for inventory purposes. NYPD police on the back. Kind of left it just like that. We might make some license plates with NYPD on it, or get some and add to it. But definitely make it work. Make it go side by side. It's not even, it's too far up. Nicely done. For Police Interceptor utility vehicles, this is the most current one that we have. There's one should be coming out soon, and if that happens, we'll show it to you as quickly as we possibly can. But I'm sure it's going to be similar to what you just saw. Here's another Police Interceptor utility green light casting of the NYPD. Not bad at all. This is just a different version of it, as you can tell with a push bar, how that differs from the new one that you just saw, the most current one that we had that you just saw. All right, and then last but not least, and we have the matchbox casting of the police interceptor utility. Not sure we just presented that to you, but we will show it to you. Even if we did not, it did or not, we'll show you that anyway. Get that out of the way, and that's the last one. This is the matchbox casting of the police interceptor utility. I took a stab at making I'll design the NYPD. Did a great job with the casting. Fantastic. Light bar is straight and attached to the windshield, attached to the windshield, the front and the back windshield as well. Molded in that casting, one piece casting, not bad. The push bar attached to the base of the vehicle, not bad. So when you take it off, you'll still see that attachment to the base, and it's all one piece, including the tailgate, including the tow hitch, which is on the back, and that is attached in one piece. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. You might have the option to, use a tool, like a couple of tools. You might get some clips, get something to cut that tow hitch off if you want to. But we'll keep it on for the moment. It might be towing some stuff. Might tow some stuff. Got a couple of trailers for it anyway, and it's a trailer hitch world that my diorama is in at this point in time. No doubt about it. Also, so what we did here is we detailed the back of this vehicle. We detailed the front of the vehicle. As you can tell, when we purchased the vehicle, the front and the backs wasn't detailed, so we detailed that. We kit bashed the decals to put on the rear. We kit bashed the decals to put on the rear of the vehicle. Detailed it a little bit, give it some pop and presentation, and then we put NYPD police on the top of the hood on the front, and detailed the front. Nicely done. Also also colored the mirror covers black and did the mirrors in. Nicely done. And we did it for all the vehicles that Matchbox had that wasn't detailed all the way through. And made a $1 vehicle, probably about a $3 vehicle, into a $3 or $4 vehicle. Not bad. If we put real wheel rider wheels on it, it'll probably be a $6 vehicle at this point. Yeah. It looks good and good idea. I think that'll work. That will work very well. There you have it. New York's finest. We show you the NYPD. We show you auxiliary units. We show you the New York, New Jersey Port Authority Police Unit, and we show you all the vehicles at least what we have in our collection of the various vehicles that the NYPD uses and subsidiary units uses to provide service for the city of New York. Hey, we salute you, and I salute you. Yeah. Hey, thank you for your service and all you do, and in honor of you, we will never forget. Okay, never forget. Thank you for watching W.K.R.H 12 Productions, and hey, thank you for your support of the channel, liking, subscribing, commenting, and everything else that you do in support of our channel. I'm Keith for W.K.R.H 12 Productions. We'll see you on the next one.